Welcome to People Want to Know, a segment where we take your questions and we answer them. We've been receiving so many questions about the California driver's license new law that came into effect this year. And because you have questions, we got the answers, and we have an expert here from Chirla, policy advocate Rita Medina. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And without further ado, how about we give our audience 5 tips on how they can prepare for the driver's license exam?
So number 1, people should definitely try to make an appointment before they go into the DMV. You can do that online, and we're going to talk about the DMV has this wonderful website for AB60. If you Google California DMV and AB60, it'll pop right up. You can also make an appointment over the phone, and you can also just do a walk-in, but those walk-ins are only at certain processing centers, and you can find those locations on the website as well.
Rita, what type of community resources are available?
So for preparing for your AB60 driver's exam, here in LA, especially Chirla, we have classes set up for people to come and take. So these classes are smaller, classroom-like setting. You have an instructor who goes over the material that the DMV would like you to know, and then you practice. You do practice exams. You do have to pay a membership fee to be able to access the class, but it's pretty affordable. And the classes are held every so many weeks. We have a couple I know that are going till February in terms of being on the calendar. But they are actually offered in a variety of places. We've been able to really spread them out throughout Southern California.
Great.
So people can actually go to Chirla's website to get more information about those classes, as well as you can call Chirla offices and just ask to speak to somebody with information about the classes. You can come in. We have the flyers there available, but we do ask that people pre-register for those classes.
Great. And so if you don't have an organization like Chirla, because we get those questions as well, it's like Chirla is amazing, we love going to Chirla, but what about if you're located somewhere where there's not a local community organization? What resources are available to those people?
So if you're not somewhere close to a Chirla or a community organization, you can walk into any DMV and the booklets should be there for free. You shouldn't have to pay for them. You just ask somebody for a study booklet.
Thank you for sharing that information. The next tip, I think, is for people who want to get legal help for maybe some questions that they have. Do you recommend doing that before applying for the driver's license, or what recommendations do you have?
This is a little bit difficult because everybody's situation is, it's case by case. It's really different. We would suggest coming to your local community organization. Chirla, we have a legal department. There's public counsel in Los Angeles. I wouldn't be paying big money to go hire a criminal attorney to handle your case. We haven't seen too many people come forward with AB60 issues that need that extensive help. But if you are feeling concerned, I would just go to your local community organization.
Great. On that note, with this process, there's documents. There's documents that people are going to have to apply with. Where can people find those documents online?
So those are under the regulations. So in the AB60 website, if you continue scrolling down, there's a place that says what documents you might need to prove both your identity and your residency. And then for those people who just don't really have documentation to prove their identity, they can go to an investigator, which is a secondary piece. This investigator works at the DMV. They're not a police officer. They are a law enforcement officer, but they're not there to do anything except for verify the person's identity.
Great.
So I think that's really important for people to know as well. Being sent to the investigator doesn't necessarily mean that you're in any kind of trouble. It's just that extra step that someone needs to go through to verify who you may be if you're sent to secondary investigation just for the purpose of proving your identity.
Great. Awesome info. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing these tips with the community. Community, do not be fearful. This is a process that many people have worked so many years to work through, politicians and the political process to make this happen. Encourage your parents, encourage your family, encourage your friends to apply for this. If there's any doubts, any questions, just scroll back through this video and see the recommendations that Rita did give us. Thank you so much for being here, Rita.
Yeah, of course.
And she will be back next week on People Want to Know for going over common mistakes that you can make throughout this process and how to avoid those. Thank you so much for being here with us week after week on People Want to Know. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. We love your comments. If you have any questions, leave them down here. And we'll see you guys next week on People Want to Know.
Wait, don't go anywhere.
Please subscribe to the left.
And watch our videos below.